Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to the Needy Nerds prison where we have one needy nerd nerding it up in his bunk bed here. He is still currently in minimum security, but he hasn't had a chance to break the rules just yet. And if we're very lucky, then I can beeline towards the old prison labor so that I can get these guys paroled out of here as quickly as possible. Because the rule is, once a prisoner goes up a level, when they get bumped up to medium security, they can never be released from my prison. They can never be paroled. The parole rooms can only be... In fact, I'm pushing towards... Oh gosh, I've just realised. I'm pushing towards prison labour with the intention of getting parole rooms online. New rule. I can't do that, because I can't just put... parole's up and running. I'm going to need this bad boy, and then what? Deployment? Yeah. So security and then deployment, because I need to make sure that those parole rooms are going to be, minimum security only. I can't allow any medium security dudes to go in. Now, I could be cheeky and say, all right, well, I'll create the rules now, and then just kind of hope that no medium security guys find their way in there, but I think I can't allow myself that choice. I think I need to be a good boy and not do it that way. So, with that said, let's carry on with the other bits and bobs that we need to do. First of all, getting rid of all planning, because that gives me the willies no end. And let's see what we can do about dealing with... First of all, our next prisoner, who's going to be coming in 47 minutes' time, we're going to be dealing with this chap, who is currently pissed off. No, that was the guard. He's pissed off. Oh my god, I'm going to have to deal... Oh, he's phoning his family. That's fine. I'm going to have to deal with pissed off staff members. How am I going to deal with that? Shall we deal with that with a staff room? I think we should. Let's do that. Let's... I'll tell you what. Because we finished our 2 initial grants... I mean, this is fairly standard. Inmate health and well-being, get that underway, which means we need to build a medical ward. I've just realised I shouldn't have done that. And staff well-being. Let's get that bad boy up and running and get ourselves a staff room sooner rather than later, because I don't want my staff to be upset. So let's get that right there. We're going to need to snick out these walls because they suck. And then... I don't know, I think we're going to need to demolish this door, because I kind of don't want people to be coming and going that way. I kind of want people to be coming and going this way, right? So it's a secure, a more secure way of getting in there. And the same potentially goes for this door here. I may replace that, but we shall see. We shall see. Materials, brick wall, plop that in there, get that out of the way. I haven't left any room for storage, as is my standard way of doing things. And I do have the fixins for a staff room, which is lovely. We can get that plopped in there like that. We can wait for that to populate out. Come on. There we go. We'll get some lights in. We'll get our bare necessities, which is going to be a wide sofa, and we may as well put a pool table in. We're going to need a drinks machine. Actually, I'll mark the room first, and it'll help to highlight the objects that I need. We're going to need a serving table for staff food, which is, as always, ridiculously expensive. We'll have the toilet right next to the couch here. That's always a good place for it. And maybe another wide sofa. And the drinks machine can be down the back here next to the pool table. I think that's probably going to be fairly good. It'll keep these guys... fairly entertaining. We may even put in an arcade cabinet. Yeah, why not? We got the cash for it. Screw it. Let's get that bad boy down. We'll get this all set up. We'll pipe in some juice for them. It only needs to sneak through the door like that, so through the wall, I should say. So it's fairly easy. Fairly easy to get up and running. What else did we just do? Let's check on research. Maintenance has been complete, which means we now need... prison labour, thank you Mr. Maintenance Man, when you come online. Meredith, can you get tax relief for me? And Warden, I need you to get cracking on security. So let's get our what's his name? The guy, the foreman. Let's get a foreman in here. We'll berth him in the warden's office as we usually do. His office is now ready, so he can get cracking on prison labour, and he has the special key that lets you into the power station, so he can, control that and go in there and check to make sure that there's enough diesel in it and all that sort of stuff. All that sort of stuff that you would be happy to just let some random high-vis wearing guy do. These guys are having a bit of a trot around. Who's this guy? Mateel. Richard Mateel. Counterfeit. Is that how you spell counterfeiting? That's counterfeiting, isn't it? Am I going crazy? Does that look wrong to anyone else, or is it just me? Just me? Possibly just me. He was also convicted for video game piracy, which gains a 3-year sentence, and then hilariously, indie video game piracy, which has a 5-year sentence. So, yeah, I'm kind of amused that this game, made by an indie crew, yes, they would look down further on indie video game piracy rather than just regular, because who cares if you pirate like a AAA title from EA? Like, they don't need your money. Like, what do you want to give EA your money for? And I do recognize the comedy in that, the irony in that, that Prison Architect has been purchased by, I don't know. Would you classify Paradox as a major company? I don't know if I kind of would. They've got some big titles and they're very successful, but they're not. Would I put them in the same boat as EA? No, because they make good games. Do they charge a lot of money for their stuff and DLC packs and things? Yes, but it's good. Like, it's still more game as opposed to just hats and cosmetic. I don't want to weigh in, honestly, on the DLC and the microtransaction debate. I think it's probably best to leave that to actual game journalists and talking heads that know about these things and know what actually goes on. I'm just some guy that plays video games and occasionally talks into a microphone about playing video games. So I'm not exactly the best person. I'm not really qualified, I don't think, to be talking about that sort of thing. So take everything that I've just said with a massive grain of salt and potentially tell me to go and get stuffed. Because, that's fine. You can do that. I'm not going to be upset. It does happen. That is technically what the comment section of YouTube is very famous for. And if that's the way you want to roll, that's fine. Let's have a medical ward that can go this way. My dog's upset, but that's okay. He does do that occasionally. I think we should have a staff door so that people need to be explicitly let into this place. But this can go sort of up this away, with the intention of allowing people to get treated for the stabs, because there are going to potentially be some stabs occurring in this joint. But we'll get that bad boy up and running first, and then we can sort of branch out from there. Right, so that's taken care of. We're almost done with the staff wellbeing. So the staff room's online. All we need to do is bump up our guard count. There we go, 10 grand for that. And now we can get this infirmary up and running. So let's see where we go. Oh no, I've got to research it, don't I? Oh, poop and mustard. Okay, but the good news is we're ready to do that, and we need to get psychology done as well. So we may as well queue that now. And the security guy, we need to do deployment. So let's get into this. This can be the security guy's office. We'll get him a cheeky little desk over here in the corner. And we will hire him up with the intention that when his desk comes online, he will then be able to not sit at it. Because you'll notice that these guys, when they're researching, they have absolutely no interest in sitting at their desk. They just pace around their room like they desperately need a poo. So that's fine. Off they go, doing their cheeky research, getting things underway for me. Everything's nice. We're 6 hours and 40-something minutes away from our next prisoner. The health and well-being is under research at the moment, thanks to old number one here, who's doing his best with his old 386 to get that researched up. And these boys, well, we're getting to the point where a holding cell is probably not going to be a legitimate way that we can store these chaps going forward. So we're going to need some cell blocks. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to plan those out down the bottom here to start with. We may do some up northerly as well, but we'll start subtly. Just because it gets better sun in the wintertime. It'll be nice. Okay, so what are we going to do for these guys? I think they should have nice big cells, right? Because this is the needy nerds game, or prison, I kind of want these guys to have all of the... Oh, I'm going to need a corridor, aren't I? Okay, I kind of want these guys to have all of the bits and bobs that they possibly could ever hope and pray to have. 5 blocks per prisoner, I mean, or a 5x5 cell per prisoner is a little wasteful. But, like I said, I want to try and keep these chaps as happy as possible. And in order to do that, I think we're going to need to try to make them as happy as possible by putting a lot of stuff in their cells, and then get them out of the prison as quickly as possible so that they don't have a chance to do any damage. Make sense? I'm hoping this works. Okay, let's get this laid down. So we're going to get ourselves a little corridor there, and then these 2 blocks can go like this. So this should give us, there's 8 per block, and that'll be a total of 16 prisoners. This should help us bring our capacity above 15. 16 is one more than 15. We've got a new prisoner who is about to arrive. Here comes the jail bus. We get $300 per prisoner. It's Mr. Young. Old Dan Young. He's been sentenced to 1 year for fraud, which actually carries a 9-year sentence. But remember, we've got the low prison sentence going on. So everything's reduced. Young is now slightly naked. He is extremely volatile and deadly, right? So hopefully he won't get upset and then stab Hale in the face with a television. I think that's how that works. Right, so let's get these bad boys up and running. Let's get ourselves a little door on this side that our workmen can use to get in and out of this block, and we can prep it and ready it for our friends to arrive. Which should be relatively simple. We've got $23,000. We are dumping 1,000 clams a day, though, which is concerning. This is going to be difficult. The further I think about this, oh dear. Okay, this is going to be a struggle, because we're only making $300 dues a day from these guys coming in, and we're only making... How's our finance looking? Right. So we get $2,000 for our federal grant. That's like a base load that we always have. And $450. So these guys are generating us $150 a day. We have been quite some time without an incident, basically since the start of the prison. But that's kind of to be expected when you're dealing with very low security dudes. Staff food is a problem. That's a big thing. Right. I wish I could, not feed my staff, but as part of my standard challenge pack, I always have staff needs turned on because, well, it makes it harder. And I like it when this game is hard. I like it when every game is hard. I like it when I've got to apply myself and think really, really closely about what the heck I'm doing in order to, survive. Although, in a lot of these games, I don't survive for a terribly large amount of time, but at least I mildly survive. Just mildly. Okay, here we go. Bed under the window. Spiffy. We're going to need a toilet, and it can go in next to the door here. We're going to need a... should we do the shower head? I'll use my cheeky putting the shower head, toilet, shower, combo sink sort of thing all in the one space. We'll pretend it's like you're on a yacht or a sailboat or something where you can fold the toilet away. I'll imagine that that's the case, that's what these guys have going on. So far as other requirements, I think that they should have a radio. I mean, these are pricey. They're $100 a throw. So it is okay. It's gonna be difficult. We're gonna have a prayer mat, and we'll put that at the head of the bed. And then, should we give them a phone? I feel like yes. We should. How much are they? They're $300. Okay, no. Let's not do a phone just at this stage. Let's see what we can do about getting the rest of this up and running first. And then, after we've gotten the basic cells taken care of, we can then worry about putting in the shiny things. But these cells are pretty spiffy so far. I reckon we're on the right path. I reckon we're doing quite well. We've got, you know, entertainment. The rug's going to provide some psychic, like not psychic, some religious needs, right? Bed for sleeping and relaxing on, and then a toilet, shower, toilet, right? That sort of combo, that'll help them to get their pooping on in a major way. So we're going to need some hot water that'll stretch down where we want to do this as efficiently as possible. So we'll get these down like this, and then down like this, and then up like this. We're going to need to have a large pipe delivering to a water boiler, which is going to then need power, and it can stretch that power up to here. The large pipe can come down straight to the water boiler, but no further. And then these hot water pipes can connect... Oh, look at that. It's going to connect perfectly. Ah, delightful. Absolutely delightful. Oh, hello. We've had an escape. We've had an escape. They've managed to make it out into the yard. Through... Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. Quickly. Priority. Priority. Get that door removed. Get a frickin' brick wall in there. Because I just realised that standard door followed... And this guy's going to give it a leg too. Look at him go. Look at him go. Is he escaping? I don't know. Oh, God. Oh, I can't even punish him. Okay. Lockdown, 6 hours. Okay, great. He's capitulated straight away, which is pretty handy. And he's actually taken himself back to his cell. He didn't need a guard to come and get him. So, that's nice. Thanks, bro. I mean, if you wanna, like, that's like good behavior bond territory right there. So, wow, thank you. Pretty thrilled with that. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. Okay. I need to take a few breaths. Take a few breaths and think about what I'm doing a little bit more closely. Resume the game. Ooh, that would have been an interesting challenge. Setting it so that I couldn't pause the game. That would have been fun. Okay, so I've piped some power down here. We're going to need to get some lights in these cells as well. So we'll get into here. I just realized that you do need a light in the middle of each of those cells. Because, amusingly, I've managed to, I've managed to sort of... Oh, hello. You're bringing this to Hale, are you? He tried to escape and now he gets a bowl of gruel in the middle of the floor that he gets to eat whilst being manacled. That's cool. The other guys seem to be relatively happy-ish about wandering about. There's a pipe that's been blocked. Oh, I see. Because I trapped the workers down here. The guys kind of got stuck. But that's fine. That's fine. Got that sorted out now. Hopefully we should be out of the woods on that one. Have we missed out? Yes, we did miss out a single piece of cable there. And we did miss out... Any pipe? Yes, a single piece of pipe there. And that one's already in progress. That's fine. Hopefully we can get those ones plopped in and good to go. And cell block A, with my remaining $17,000. Ooh, my goodness me, I'm a bit worried. About how this is going already. But, you know, hey look, it's challenge mode. It's not designed to be easy. My god, these rooms are terribly expensive. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, well look, I don't really have much of a choice here. I need to slap those in and get them up and running. But this is going to basically nuke my entire balance here. And that includes the top wall. There we go, 1840. We can fit this in. Spiffy. So, all of these rooms are now online. All they're waiting for is power, and in some cases hot water. And they should be good to go. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, good. That's come online. Alright, let's get ourselves... How's this? 2 of 5. Okay. We can build this up by putting in... What? A television instead of a radio. Well, I don't really want to do that. We could put a bookshelf and a chair in, I suppose. And room size at least 16 squares. Well, okay. Well, I'm not going to be able to bump them up any further, obviously, unless I extend them sideways. But, okay. Well, we'll think about putting a bookshelf and a chair. And maybe no, I don't want to put a television in. You can have a bookshelf and a chair. Maybe I could move the prayer mat, and they could have all of the things. But, honestly, for the time being, a 2 of 5 room is probably better than what you could hope for. Okay, right. So now that we've got logistics and deployment, let's do this thing where we can first of all say that outside is staff only. This is all staff only up here because we don't want people going into that. This corridor can be staff only. Yeah, staff only. And I've built right up next to the road like I said that I wasn't going to. So I'm, you know, hilariously failing already. Unless, of course, I extend this corridor here over to the parole block. That's not a bad idea, chaps. That's not a bad idea at all. I'll think about that. But, MinSec only, parole and visitation. So there you go, medium security, based on what I'm doing right now. They don't even get... whoopsie daisy. They are not even going to get access to visitation. So they're going to be rowdy as all get out. Which is going to be an interesting sort of situation. Parole hearing, what do I need? Prison policy. Oh, for flip's sake. Alright, what do I need for that? Where is that? Prison policy? Make it so, Warden. And next time... What do you mean, Kukachunk? Oh, because I don't have any frickin' money. Alrighty then. So... Well, that's kind of screwed things up a little bit. On the plus side... Cell Block A is planned. All the items to make Cell Block A are there. So that's going to give us 20k. And we're going to get another $300 in 7 hours. Because, you know, $300 is really, really helping us out right now. But yeah, right. We're getting there. It's going to be fine. I'm sure, my God. I can already see how pear-shaped this is going to be. Can you? Dearie me. Well, friends... Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope that you're enjoying this series and that you stick around for the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to be notified that this is coming up. And don't forget to say hi in the comments below. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.